Fourth letter. Between what I can and can't change. How are you? I hope you're having a good day today. In my first year studying abroad, I noticed that some people could study abroad easily with the help of wealthy families. Looking at them, I had a pretty difficult time preparing because I did not have any help or experience. But at the same time, I'd seen many people in more difficult situations than me. For example, I saw a student who gave up on attending a prestigious university despite receiving an admission letter because of insufficient tuition. Should I look at those people and think I'm lucky, my situation is better? Or should I get angry when I see someone better than me? I realize there are things in the world that I cannot do with just my will or effort. I wasted my time resenting things that had passed, things that had been given to me, or circumstances that I could not change. However, it is a more realistic and wise choice to accept unavoidable things as soon as possible, focus on the things that can be changed, and move toward your goal step by step. I messed up my SAT. I know students in the U.S. can take the SAT as many as they can, but the students in my country can only take it once a year, and couldn't get into the college I wanted. So I was deeply depressed. My heart was empty, and I didn't want to do anything. My grades weren't good, and I thought I was the poorest person in the world, so I lived a helpless life full of complaints. I realized how foolish I was as I became older and a little more mature. But at the same time, I realized it would be foolish not to correct the mistakes of the past. If there is a mountain you want to climb, it's a good idea to go up step by step. Hesitating because of previous failures or complaining that others are in a better position will not take you to the top of the mountain. It is better to plan and be prepared to climb. When you're ready, keep taking each step one by one, and one day you'll find yourself standing on the top. In the past, both my parents and teachers said that if I studied hard, I would do better. But at the time, I only heard it as a nag. At the same time, I doubted they were trying hard themselves. However, after being discharged from the military, I learned the harshness of the world, and I realized that it would be difficult to get a decent job if I graduated from an unknown university with poor grades. Half of it was because of the fear of failure, and the other half was because I had a dream I wanted to achieve. So I worked hard with a desperate heart for the first time. In the early days of studying abroad, I had a clear goal. I focused all my energy and time on that objective and didn't care what other people thought of me or what they were doing. I only thought about how to get closer to my goal. And it became a valuable experience to realize that it was possible if I worked hard. I recognized that no matter how hard I tried, I might fail. But this time, I accepted what I couldn't change and focused on what I could change with my efforts. And when I did my best, it was easy to accept failure. I had no regrets, even if the results were not what I wanted because of the limitations of my abilities, luck, or unavoidable circumstances. Because I had really done my best, and it was not my fault I failed, I decided to encourage myself without being disappointed or angry. People's lives are longer than I originally thought, and failing multiple times along the way is not a big deal. So I think how I failed and the lessons I learned from that failure are more important. No matter their path's difficulty, a diligent mountain climber can eventually climb near the top. I've seen a lot of people who worked hard, even in difficult situations, and succeeded after a long time. Instead of wasting and tormenting yourself with the mistakes of an irreversible past, focus on the present and future that you can change. I believe that if I have a goal and keep moving in that direction, I will eventually get closer to that goal. Sometimes things don't go as planned, and sometimes I fail. But if a lack of effort is not the cause, I want to tell myself this. The results weren't good, even if I worked hard. However, I believe if I work hard as I do now, good results will come someday. Though you may fail from time to time, if you can honestly tell yourself this: Dad thinks missteps are the foundation of success, not failure. Have a nice day.